It's a video. Hello. Hey everyone, my name is Stephanie Claussen, and today's video is just a look at behind the scenes at what goes into making a harp music video. So after I uploaded my arrangement of Pride and Prejudice to She Music Plus, I had to record it. The first step is tuning the harp, which is obviously very important. So after I've gotten the harp tuned, then I set up all my sound equipment and just start doing takes. This piece took forever to record because it is very chromatic, so there are a lot of pedal changes, and I wanted to get one perfect take that had all the right notes, obviously, and then you couldn't hear the pedals moving, also with no garbage trucks or ice makers or barking dogs in the background. And then I also wanted it to have all the musicality and the beauty and the sensitivity that this piece needs. So I think I ended up doing 50 takes, which is a lot more than usual. For this project, I wanted to try drafting my own patterns to save money, but also because I've been watching a lot of YouTubers who do costuming or sewing things. People like Morgan Donner with Wendy, Bernadette Banner, Angela Clayton. So I watched a lot of YouTube and read a bunch of blogs about making Regency garments and looked at about 1 million photos. This is definitely the most complex project I've tackled without a pattern. A light colored gown would have perhaps been more typical for the time period, but I really love dark colors and I wear a lot of dark colors, so I wanted to make something that fit my style. It actually took me a really long time to figure out a sleeve pattern that allowed my shoulders and arms to move the way they need to when I'm playing the harp, but that I still thought looked nice. My sewing room is in the basement, and there's a frog that every time I was sewing, he would kind of come up and just be leaning against the glass, and sometimes he would be waving. I thought it was adorable. I visited a lot of different parks around the Twin Cities metro area, just looking for any place that looked like England. Getting up multiple mornings around 6 a.m. to see what the lighting looked like, and I encountered lots of cute rabbits, some ducks, lots of mosquitoes. So filming took 3 days in total, and I had help from my friends Lorena and Hannah. They both got up on separate days at 5 a.m. to hold my camera and watch me walking through fields. For the harp scenes where I'm actually playing harp, I'm playing along with the pre-recorded track so that syncing is easier later on.
We're rolling.
Okay. Ooh. It was good that it didn't take very long because as the sun was starting to come up, there were more joggers and walkers, and people were starting to sit down on benches across the street and watch, which made me very nervous. I made all sorts of mistakes. I don't remember. The dew this morning on the grass made my socks all muddy and wet, and I thought a real Regency lady would certainly have had her petticoat 6 inches deep in mud. I felt a real kinship for Lizzie Bennet. Yeah. The bee is there though, it's going to show up in the shot. It's repeating. I just did some takes of reading Sir Walter Scott's Lady of the Lake, which I feel is appropriate because I think Jane Austen was a Sir Walter Scott fan. I need to check that. Am I totally in the shot? I did not think that would do. I was thinking I wouldn't be. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching all of these subscribing to my channel. I do mostly just harp playing videos, but